So good day everyone. Today we're going to talk about art analysis, a formal analysis paper, specifically the painting of Juan Luna, an oil canvas, and it was entitled The Blood Compact. So it will be presented by yours truly, Alvilin D. Musca
and Irene Arlaldo.
Let's start. The Blood Compact by Juan Luna, 1886. It was an Asian Filipino rites called Blood Compact in Spanish. It means pacto de sangre, and in Filipino term, sanduguan. So the Blood Compact pertained to a promise made in 1565 by native leader Sicatuna and Spanish conquistador Legazpi. The Spanish conquistador Legazpi arrived on Bohol Island the same year. The two men made the toast with a wine mixed with drift of their own blood as a symbol of their friendship and trust. So, the art or this painting was made by Juan Luna and it was entitled The Blood Compact, finished in 1886, a year after Juan Luna came to Paris to open a studio. It was also a year when Luna met another well-known Filipino painter named Felix Resurrection Higaldo. So the painting was awarded first place in both Paris Exposition and St. Louis Exposition in 1904. So Juan Luna painted the masterpiece during this 4-year collaboration with the Ayuntamiento de Manila, which allowed him to pursue his painting studies in Rome. It is one of the 3 paintings of Luna donated to the Spanish government. So despite the fact that he was only had to paint 1 canvas during his confinement, Don Luis Miguel de Legazpi, a painting that was burnt during the Philippine-Spanish conflict, and the Governor Ramon Blanco, a piece that is now in Lopez Museum. Those are the 2 other masterpiece that he donated from the Spaniard. So the collection of his painting. So in the other word, this is one of Luna's most recent works. So the Blood Compact is the one of the most recent work of Juan Luna. It was displayed in Malacañang Palace, where the president official residence located at the top of the grand staircase lead to the ceremonial hall of the palace. So Jose Rizal and Trinidad H. Pardo de Tavera assisted Luna in completing the painting by providing historical advice and posting for the painter. So Rizal posed as Sicatuna and Pardo de Tavera posed as Legazpi. So for the brief description, so Juan Luna, the Blood Compact painting pertained to the promise made in 1565 by native leader Sicatuna and Spanish conqueror Legazpi, who arrived on Bohol Island the same year. So the 2 men made the toast, like what I said earlier, with wine mixed with the drift of their own blood as a symbol of their friendship and trust. So ito ay bahagi na ng kultura ng mga Pilipino when we are welcoming other, or we are opening our land and ourselves. We offer our blood and flesh for them to become to welcome. So the Blood Compact painting of Juan Luna was the remembering of agreement done by the Filipino people and the Spaniard. Meanwhile, erasing the reality of the violence of Spanish conquista and racial prejudice against the natives. So Juan Luna made this painting to remind those Spaniards because of their neglecting promise from us, from Filipino. So dahil sa pagkakaroon ng hindi pantay at hindi pagsunod doon sa kasunduang nagawa ng mga Espanyol sa Pilipinas, nais isamulat o ipaalala ni Juan Luna sa pamamagitan ng painting na ito yung mga pangako at ang pagkakaibigan na nais pala nilang ibahagi sa atin, pero at the end ay hindi naman talaga nila nagawa. So the subject matter of that art of Juan Luna is the agreement nga. So specifically, si Juan Luna ay isa sa mga Filipino painter, sculptor, and political activists who participated in Philippine Revolution and the creator of that painting, the Blood Compact. So, that one was completed in Europe actually. Hindi siya natapos, hindi siya natapos nung ginagawa ni Juan Luna dito. Kasi nagkaroon siya ng chance na makapag-aral or mapunta sa ibang bansa, which give him a big opportunity na makilala yung mga artwork niya. And that Blood Compact described, he used it to seek for the European audience para magising doon sa ano nga ba ang pangakong hindi na itupad ng mga Espanyol dito sa Pilipinas. So, as of now, the location of the oil canvas, the Blood Compact, is now in Malacanang Palace na nakalagay sa store case ng mismong Malacanang, specifically in the ceremonial hall. So, the Blood Compact painting was the propaganda movement na yun nga tinutukoy natin na ginawa ni Juan Luna, which push for legal and equality between Spaniards and Filipino. It was the first treaty of friendship and allies between Spaniard and Filipino na nangyari noong bago pa man dumating, kababago pa lang dumating ng mga Espanyol dito sa Pilipinas, which is the exact date is March 16, 1565 in Barangay Bohol City of Tagbilaran na kilala sa ngayon. So before iba ang pangalan nito so specifically lang siya na Bohol. Pero ngayon ang exact location na pinangyarihan ng pangyayaring ito ay sa Bohol City of Tagbilaran. So the technique and medium na ni-use or ginamit ni Juan Luna ay the artificial light of depict room's darkness. The technique light is being used in the Blood Compact because the character in the painting, which is the medium, represents shape and time depicting historical event na until now ay makikita at mapapatunayan pa rin at a big evidence for the history of the Philippines.
So now let's proceed to the third topic, which is the form, wherein we're going to discuss the art elements and principles that Juan Luna used to create this beautiful painting. So as you would look deeper in the Blood Compact, you would notice some dominant art elements that the artist used to make this painting look stunning and realistic. So the first one is the line, wherein Juan Luna uses different lines to create an image of people and others objects, like the combination of straight line, horizontal, vertical, and curved lines, which form the table and uses in the to form the spears of the knights or some armor of the knights. And also it has an angular lines which you can see in the position of the arm of Sikatuna and in the arm of the knights. And Juan Luna also used implied lines which uses to communicate to the viewers. So when you look at the painting, you will see the hands of Conqueror Legazpi and Sikatuna that giving a toast to each other. So the next one is the light. So Juan Luna utilizes the value of light to give even, strong, and contrast light to the painting. So the light from the back upper part of Conqueror Legazpi is dim, and on the upper right part of the knights is lightened up. And on the middle part of the painting, the light is being contrasted by the dim light, which make it realistic that it that shows that it really happened on a long time ago or in our history. So the third one is the shape, wherein Juan Luna uses some geometric shapes like rectangular and circle in the form of the table and the armor of the knights. And Juan Luna also used implied shape, which you can see in the middle part of the artwork of the paintings or the paintings. And the last one, the art element that he used is the time. And it is one of the elements of the art that really shown in the painting, which is really visible that it's really happened in the Spanish era. So let's proceed to the principles of design, which is the blood compact created appealing and functional painting through the use of some principles design such as unity and variety, contrast, emphasis, and scale and proportion, and mass and volume. So unity and variety. So wait for unity and variety, which which sorry for so unity and variety, which evident in the usage of color, shapes, and sizes. And the next one is the contrast. Then Juan Luna used two constructing color, which is the dark and light color that made the painting realistic and historical. And the third one is the emphasis. So it is the main focus of the painting that you would see the two leaders sitting and holding a glass of drinks, while when you look in that side of the paintings was a group of soldiers. So the fourth one is the scale and proportion. The Juan Luna used different size of shape that define the flat compact. The painting has a dimension of 2 meter by 3 meter that convey unique insights to the viewer's eye. So the last one is the mass and volume that show the two-dimensional art, which the length and the width and the depth. Length and width, the uses of long and short dimension in making the object and images in the painting. And also the measurement of exact painting, it also shown the depth it perceived to distance from the background rather, and the foreground of the compositions. It also manipulates the space of the elements in the painting. So therefore we conclude that this painting of Juan Luna entitled The Blood Compact is one of the famous and historical painting that he made that give additional information to the people, especially to the new generation, to know some important events that happened in our history. And according to Fropsinardet, the Blood Compact hence symbolizes the shared destiny between Spain and Philippines as equal allies of the same social status. Meanwhile, it erasing the reality of the violence of Spanish conquista and racial prejudice against the natives.
And also, Juan Luna uses dominant element and principle of art that he knows will create and give impact to the viewer's perspective. It unfolds the political significance of Blood Compact that era and still contributing in the new generation as inspiration. This propaganda movement of Juan Luna serves also as Filipinos' consciousness movement, hoping for public opinion to pressure Spain to fulfill the promise. The Blood Compact should be seen as pictorial expression of the propaganda movement that grapples for legal equality between the Spaniards and Filipino instead of portrayal in promoting independence. So, thank you very much for listening.